Good morning all and greetings from the allotment. Just thought I'd let you see the hens scratching away. I've just thrown them some corn. The sun's just gone in now, it's quite warm. I had to take my jacket off. We had an overnight frost. Hopefully it hasn't affected my potatoes too much. Let's take you around and have a quick peep. You can see, folks, they are all growing very well. These are just poking through. It's looking very good, the Sarpo one. And what I've just done, I've just actually planted a load of my dahlias, tubers. So they've gone in. I've put some in here. Some have been placed into here. You can see one sticking out just there. So they've gone in different places. And also I've added them to my new flower beds up here. So if you have a look up here, so I've got them dotted around in these here. So yeah, so it's all happening, folks. I've got a lot of catching up, a lot of weeding still to do, but I thought I'd better get some of this transplanting done before I do anything. The weeding can be done any time, but the transplanting really can't. But just before we get to there, just look how the strawberry plants have grown these last week or so, and just look, we've got loads of flowers. So they're doing well. And we've got flowers on here. These have got to weed through. These are a bit further behind, but if I remember right, these were a later variety, so I'm not going to panic just yet. And what about in the tunnel? Well, they've all they're coming on as well. We've got some flowers. Quite a few weeds have grown. Unbelievable how they've come through in the last since I last weeded a few days ago. And I've got to give these all a real good watering in here. That's going to be my job. But first I'm going to do a bit of transplanting. Good afternoon all. Well, I'm back on the plot. And it feels good because I've finally started to get things organised. I'm running a month late. Good month late this year, maybe 2 months, but anyway. So what I've got all my pots laid out all along here, and all down here. And what I've got to do, I've got to get started on the transplanting. I've got to get everything I've got everything I can. I'm probably not going to have enough room in here, but obviously once I've started getting things out the small tunnel, that's going to free up space in there. So then I can use these shuttle trays down here to put those into the little tunnel as well. So we'll see how things progress. I don't know whether I mentioned this morning, but I put a load of dahlias in. I didn't expect the dahlias to have taken because I've lost a lot this year. But I did have about 10 what went in, and these are the ones where there's nothing happening. I need to give them a water. I'm not giving up on them just yet. Still might be some life in them, but give it another week or two, and if there's nothing then that'll be it then. And I've just noticed we don't want those rubbing on the side of the polytunnel when it gets windy. So I'm going to crack on, and I will probably film while I'm doing some transplanting, so I'll see you shortly. Hi folks, another day, and I'm going to let the hens out, see how they go. I'm going to have a little chat in a minute. Let's look after these first. Hey, oh babies, out you come. Out you come. Let's go fill your water up. You little beauties, aren't you? There's 5 eggs, folks. See how many more we got. Only 6 eggs today. Never mind. We had 9 yesterday. Oh. Right, folks. Can't really get into a routine at the minute. I'm getting called back. My camcorders, I'm just sorry, I've just realised it's screw whip. Sorry about that. Yeah, never realised just how much it knocks you back when you've got somebody who's seriously ill. Mum's been battered in the past, but I don't think I realised, well, it didn't appear to be anything like it is now. I have to say, even contemplated just walking away from the allotment yesterday. That was in the morning, but then in the afternoon I had my cousin and my friend Sharina came and gave me a hand, and felt as though things were finally getting done. But so I think it's the lack of sleep and the stress. Anyway, as you can see, folks, the hens are looking good. I'm going to have to give them a little bit of a clean out in a minute. Aren't I, babies? Yeah. Even the scruffy one, the one where its feathers are looking a bit iffy, that's all coming back now. It's looking quite decent, to be honest. They're having a good scratch in the border here. I've just got to be careful because I've got the loganberry down there, a new one, so I don't really want them interfering with that. Okay, I think we'll leave it at that for the hens, and we'll get cracking on in a bit. Hello folks, well, a little update from the tunnel. little tunnel I should say. I've started to transplant various plants. So there is a few blank spaces in here now. In fact, I can actually move a few things around because some plants need a more sunny position to grow. These here, what you're looking at, is the kohlrabi. I need to get those in soon. I've got a few cabbages down here, and I've got some some curly kale. And I didn't realise I've got quite a few tomatoes. I thought I'd lost them, but I've got those there, and I've got these all down here as well. So I'm not doing as bad as I thought. And I've got those up there to be transplanted, so I've got quite a few, to be honest. So I might give them a bash. Over here you can see we've got the African marigolds. They're just starting to come through. Can you see them all here? Sorry, there, there. They're all coming. Ah, no, sorry folks. They've been through. The snails have had them. So I've lost that whole tray. That's how they should be looking, and that's how they were looking. Oh well. Okay, so that's all I've got. 8 African marigolds, that's all I've got this year. So basically the front of my garden is going to look a bit bare, I think. Unless I get some dahlias. I've got the dahlias. Some dahlias there. These are dahlias. Those are dahlias. And we have got cornflowers, plenty of those. So I'm gonna have. We've got the pot marigolds, and that's something I need to get done tomorrow. Pot those up. So just there. Sorry, I've got cornflowers. I'm just trying to get a grip of what I've got growing. Unfortunately, the labels. Oh, these are. Well, I'm not going to pronounce it. I'll get it wrong. These are cornflowers, I believe. And those are pom-pom dahlias. So the dahlias are a success. Oh, we have got some more marigolds up here. Right, okay. So maybe what I should do is move these and put these over here. Might be less chance of them getting eaten by snails. Okay, right, let's go and have a quick look before I get going. What's been happening in the big tunnel. Right, to start with, I've still got some dahlias left, which I'm not sure whether these have gone past their date. So I'm just giving them another chance for another week. If there's no shoots appear, then I shall throw them away. I have put about a dozen plants in, which were okay, but I've lost a lot. I've got a few lettuce in here, what I was given, so they've gone in here. These are the blight resistant tomatoes, which I thought I'd lost. They didn't look very good at all. But anyway, I know some of them are too small to transplant, but I've done them anyway. So we'll just have to see how those go. And then we've got 45 cosmos here. Another 45 up here. We've got some dianthus down here, snapdragons. No, not dianthus, sorry, antirrhinums. Same up here. Some more cosmos. And I've got a lot of transplanting to do. Now just look at how the strawberries have come on. Just look at that. Got quite a few flowers in here now. And apparently there's a frost forecast for tonight. So just as well that we've got these in here to give some protection. Right, now if we come back out, I should say that a lot of this potting, filling these pots up was done by my friend Sharina. She filled them up and I've just been transplanting. So if you're watching, Sharina, thanks very much. I had my cousin Marina up yesterday and she was helping me over here. We started on weeding under the raspberries, and I've got to see if I can find some time tomorrow to finish these, to finish this side, to be honest, if I can. I'm just looking, can you see how the hollyhocks are growing along this edge here? They've picked on nicely now. So we'll just a quick look at the gooseberry while we're here. Yeah, you can see we've got some gooseberries on, but it's not as loaded as last year. Never mind. And look, the flowers are coming out on the loganberries. So we've just got to keep our fingers crossed with these frost, folks, because that will soon kill them off. And you can get some idea now just how many flowers are going to be coming out. There's loads. It looks as though we might have another good year. The loganberries. I don't know what this one's like over here. I've not really, to be honest, paid much attention. But look at it. It's yeah, it's got loads of flowers. So really, I wasn't really expecting much this year because the plant's been pruned down so much. But maybe I'll be surprised. Get all the way round. Let's have a quick look at the blackberry while we're here. This is a self-setter. I never planted this here. And look, they're all going to be flowers. It's quite a lot. And we've still got some of those golden raspberries left over, folks, which you can see popping through. They're excuse my French, they're buggers to get rid of. But never mind. The broad beans are not looking great over there. Maybe from lack of rain. I'm just looking. Look at my potatoes are throwing there, and over there. Oh, and they're coming through in these pots as well. I'll just hope the frost. Oh, they're all the way along. They're coming through. Look, I'm just hoping that the frost tonight aren't too bad. There's a lot of watering needs doing, and I haven't got the time at the moment. So, but it's forecast rain on Wednesday, possibly Thursday as well. So maybe that'll make a difference. Lots of flowers coming out on these now, and they're all the way along here, and also in the netted area. I mean, they're all the runners from last year, and we've got quite a few flowers appearing. So there's a lot of weeds as well. Never mind though. The rhubarb's looking a bit thinner because believe it or not, those two there, I've picked £30 of rhubarb off in the past week. £30. I'm going to have a look at the other bushes now and see what sticks I can take off there. In case you're wondering, folks, if you're into winemaking, a gallon of wine takes £4 of rhubarb. Okay then, folks, I'm going to leave it at that for today. It's time to get going, so I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Another day, folks, and just look at the size of that egg. Can you see the size of that? That is enormous. Just look at that. I'm getting those every day. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a sit down for 5 minutes, folks. I had a better night's sleep last night, so I'm feeling a bit more cheerful, folks. We've just been out for a meal as well, into Toby Carvery. That's a big chain what does roast dinners, etc. over here in the UK. And lovely beef and pork today. Yorkshires and sausages and roast potatoes. My parents all had all the vegetables. I'll come up here to do. I've just fed the hens, and what I'm going to do now is do a bit more potting on and a bit of weeding. So apparently we're going to have a couple of wet days coming, so I've got to try and make the best of my couple of hours up here this afternoon. With hens, folks, you hear a lot of stories about them eating all the grass and weeds and everything. I can confirm that just 5 or 10 minutes a day having these out just keeps this whole area at bay. I've not cut the grass this year. You can see how thin it is. You know, they do a wonderful job. You just love it, don't you? Hey? Come on, one of you coming up on my knee? Hey, up on my knee? Hey? Up here? Just knock the bucket over and they're getting all the insects that are underneath it. Hello folks. Right, well, as you've probably gathered, it's been ups and downs for me the last few days, and I've just not had the energy even to upload. So if you've got this far in the video, you'll see that it's been a roller coaster. But anyway, I'm starting to catch up now. I've just been doing a lot of potting up, and I'm feeling a bit more positive about it. So just keep your fingers crossed. I've got a lot of weeding to do. I've decided to do the potting up though before I finish the weeding, because I can get on with the weeding while the plants are growing. You've got to try and think about these things when you're trying to, when you're up against the clock. So that was my plan, and anyway, I've sorry, it's the cockerels and that. So yeah, I'm catching up. I've got a load of plants down here what I'm going to take home to put into the beds as well. So fingers crossed, you're going to see a fantastic flower area both at home and here this year. But as it stands, there's a lot of weeding, so it's looking a bit of a mess, but not as messy as it was. So I'm getting there, and I think as long as I can get up for a few hours each day, which might be a problem tomorrow and the next day because it's forecast rain, so they might be write-offs, but after that hopefully things will calm down and I can get cracking on. The good news is I appear to have quite a few strawberry flowers coming, and they're coming after the frost, hopefully, fingers crossed. So so we should have more strawberries this year than last year. Even my berry ones in the tunnel are flowering well, and the ones my runners from last year what I potted in here have even got flowers on, and they've quite bushed out quite well. So that I'm quite pleased about that. I fell apart a bit on the organisation because of the time. I've lost basically a month, and I've panicked when I'm getting things in, and I've forgotten about certain things. So I've got to find somewhere to put some kohlrabi. I think what I'm going to have to do is they're going to have to go in pots. I'm going to have to put them in pots, in buckets, because I just haven't got space. One thing I've had a total disaster on, I've not had a single plant germinate on me, is courgettes. Now up on the allotment here, everyone's had problems. Even the ones who have grown them, they've just died. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's not just me. So I'm going to have to probably purchase one or two, or maybe try and grow some quickly in the tunnel. I've got seeds. I'll try again. Maybe at home, maybe I'll germinate them in the conservatory and then I'll bring them. Yeah, that'll probably be a better idea. What else happening? Oh, I don't think we're going to get many plums on my trees this year, and 2 of my 3 pear trees here have been hit by the frost as well, so not expecting a great deal on those. However, the plum tree at home is absolutely loaded. We've got all little plums, so that's been sheltered from the frost, and that's survived. Pears, I've got 1 pear tree here absolutely loaded, and the pear tree at home is loaded, so that's looking not bad. Not sure about the apples, still too early to tell, but fingers crossed that we'll have a good year with the Lord Lambourne at home, and the Braeburn here. I'm thinking we might be alright, so I'm just keeping cross there. The loganberry's got lots of flowers about to come out soon, so you know, and the same. Sorry folks, what was that? I've just seen an animal. I don't know what that was, folks. I don't know whether it might have been a fox, or it could have been. I don't know. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye. There's something, and it's quite tall. Keep my eye on it. What else? Raspberries. I think we're going to do alright, but nowhere near like last year because I cut them back well. So you'll have to excuse me. There's something there. I just caught it. I don't know what it is. I know we've got the odd rabbit. Okay, never mind. Right. Well, I think that's basically about it for me, but let's show you in the tunnel what I've been up to. So yeah, folks, so what I've basically done, I've potted on some cherry tomatoes here. I've got some showpiece dahlias at the back there. 2 lots of pot marigolds. Blight resistant tomatoes, 2 different lots there. We've got some pom-pom mix dahlias. You've already seen the cosmos, I potted on the other day. We've got some dahlias showpiece under here. Did I show you the snapdragons? They're there. Another lot down there. Oh, and I've got another lot of tomatoes down there, what I've done. And look how many is left. I'm going to pass these on to the others at the allotment. I've got hundreds there. And as you can see, the strawberries are doing really well. I haven't weeded that last bed. I think you can see that these have been weeded. And can you see that's a baby strawberry? So what happens, folks, you'll have your flower like that. And once it's taken, you know, once it's pollinated, then you'll end up with a little green strawberry like that, and they'll grow and grow, and then they'll turn red. And from this stage to a ripe strawberry takes a month. So you can see we've got quite a, even on these little plants, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's at the moment that plant there's got 10 on it. So if you go by that on, I'm just thinking, yeah, I'd say most of them are like that. And what have we got? 12, 24, 36, 48, so it's 480 strawberries approximately will come off these 4 beds here. That's quite a few pound. So I'm quite pleased, considering these were the new plants. You know, they're a bit behind in the growth this year because of the weather. Those were left over from last year. They might have more per plant. So yeah, it's happening, folks. And you can see I've got a poppy in the corner there. Well, there's 1 or 2 poppies because I grew some last year in here. Just had a bit of colour. I wanted to see how they grew, just as an experiment, you know, in the tunnel, and they grew well. And what I've done down here, I've got a few lettuce what I've stuck in. I'm just thinking, where else did I put my lettuce? Put some lettuce somewhere. Oh, and I've got some tumbling tomatoes. They've gone in a bucket down here. Now, where's those lettuce? Oh, I wondered me. They're here, folks. I've put some in here because I haven't got the space. I've also put some outside. And these are the dahlias which I think have had it, but I'm giving them another week or so to see if there is any shoots. I'll keep watering them. To be honest with you, I've got a load outside. I've got a load in at the garden at home, so this year I'm not too fussed if they don't survive. I've learnt my lesson. That's the important thing. So that's it, folks. That's it for today. I shall see you tomorrow. Oh no, probably not tomorrow. It depends on the weather. But wherever you are, enjoy yourselves. And thanks again for all your support over the last month and for following me over the years. It's really appreciated. Love the comments. So we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye. Hello, folks. Well, it's been a while since I've done any filming from home, but I thought I'd just fill you in on how things have been going on the wine front. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've actually got 6 gallons here. Yeah, approximately 6 gallons, which is equates to about 36 bottles of wine. We've got all different varieties. I'll show you what they look like in a minute. But oh, yeah, still a bit, I've been on the plot this afternoon doing one or two things, and I'm a bit, still a bit warm. Haven't been in here because it's been used as a storeroom, to be honest. I've had all my chicken spare pellets and hay and everything in. Still got a little bit at the back there, but I think it's time that it's nice to have this room, especially when it's warming up, because this room is always a bit cooler. And unfortunately my mum and dad are feeling the cold. Even when it's 30 degrees, you know, about 86 Fahrenheit in the living room, they're shivering away. Mum because she's on warfarin now, and Dad because his blood's thin, and you know, old people get like that. There's me. I'm you know, come back from the allotment, really working hard, and you know, warmed up and that, and I get into there. Well, you know, it's unbearable at the moment. So, but in here, it's I don't know what the temperature is, but I can't remember where I've got the thermometer. It's up there, but it's probably about 20. It's pleasant. Right, so I'm hoping that I'm going to do a bit of painting as well soon, because I'm getting that urge to do some, and I find it relaxing, so I really hope that I'm going to have a little bit of time to do that as well. I can tell you, as far as the allotment side goes and the fruit, the rhubarb has been a great start. I've actually got £36 chopped up in the freezer, and that's going to be used for winemaking. You generally use about £4 of fruit to a gallon. So and also it's going to be used for crumbles and what have you else. That's all been picked off 2 plants. I've got 11 plants. Admittedly, the others are sort of different stages, and they're not as big in that as that one. But I could still pick loads more off it. But I'm just letting it. I've thinned it down, letting the new shoots grow. Then I'll take some more off. But I'm reaching my limit. It's all down to space, to be honest. Got to be careful I don't put too much into the freezer, because I've got to allow for the strawberries. Now my strawberries are only about 2 weeks away, from 2 to 3 weeks from when I get my first strawberry. They're already, I filmed it earlier, but they're already forming, they're green, and so yeah, that won't be long. And then it's only a matter of weeks after that when the raspberries will start coming in. So, so I've got to be careful. It's all really down to time and space. I need to get all these wines, what I'm about to show you in a minute, these need all bottling up and put away somewhere. And then what I need to do is, some of the rhubarb what's already gone in the freezer needs to come out, and we need to start making some rhubarb wine. I'm probably going to make, I'm thinking maybe might make 6 gallons of it. We'll see. I might do 2 batches of 3. And I think what we're going to do is actually, well, what I'm hoping I can do, and I'm hoping Nigel will be available, we'll probably do some more experimenting with different ways of doing it. So I might even make more. We'll see how it goes. I think there's going to be a lot more wine being made, although I've got to be careful, because last year I had the heater on in here, so yeah, my wine's all cleared, whereas Nigel's is still nowhere near. But the trouble is, it cost an arm and a leg with fuel, so because I'd changed the heater because the other one had leaked oil everywhere, and this one, although it was being on low, it obviously it just uses more electricity. So So yeah, so I've got to think about that carefully, but my thinking is if I get some wine started soon, then I've got the summer months where it's warmer for it to all clear and everything, and then I can get it bottled up before it turns cold. And then it helps to have it cooler for the final stages. So that's the plan. So we'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, I'm pleased that that we've got new subscribers. For those of you who haven't followed me all the way through, like some of you have, not only do I do allotments and enjoy the gardening and that, I do the winemaking from the produce, and also I like to dabble with a few kit forms as well, you know, just to see how things go. But also I paint. I do, well, I'm just looking at, this is one I had up in the local cafe, but the owner's now moved on, so I've had to bring all my work home. There we are. I'm looking at my cell phone because I can see what it looks like. I can see the camera, so there you are. So that's one of my pieces, what I was doing for my dahlias. It's 4 different dahlia photos what I'd zoomed into, put onto one canvas. So that's quite a large one. I'm not sure, I can't remember what the size is. I think it might be an 80 by 50 centimetre. But anyway, unfortunately none of my paintings sold. I've still got some here. I've actually, a lot of them went to the tip. But there is a few. I can see 1, 2, 4. I don't know. I've probably got. I've got some more up there as well. There's probably about 50 of my paintings knocking around there. But I think I got rid of quite a few. But I've got all the. I don't know if you can. No, you can't really see. Sorry, I'm looking on here because I can see what you're seeing. I've got lots of equipment here, so I might get a bit more done. Okay, I think I've babbled on enough. Let's take you off the tripod and just show you the wine. So here you are, folks. This is a rhubarb and gooseberry. This one here. We've got a strawberry and gooseberry. These two here are raspberry. It's quite a dark one, isn't it? I've got a raspberry and loganberry over here. And then at the end here I've got some peach. So there you are. All different colours and all clear as a bell and waiting to be bottled up. Okay folks, thanks for watching.